Ye. You're Ye.
Kanye West. His name is Ye. We call him Ye. I wish we still had Yeezys. I like Yeezys. They were good. A lot of my black friends had Yeezys. I have a lot of black friends. Huh?
Did you like Yeezys? Like when they first came out?
So that's actually very funny that you asked me that.
Either first floor garage, babe, or to the left. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Check one of those. I love you. Bye. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we are back.
We are back for another episode.
We are back.
Why don't you do the intro? Switch it up a little bit.
My fellow Americans. All right. I'm not going to do it. Okay. Yo, what's up, y'all? It's your boy, James.
And it's your boy, Karl.
And welcome back to another episode of the Why Not podcast, where we talk about whatever we want because...
Why not?
Because why not? So today, we wanted to go over... I think you have a story you wanted to share with me.
I do actually have a story that I did want to talk about, and it's kind of crazy.
All I know is the headline for the story.
You know the headline, but you don't know the story, and we're going to have a little bit of a story time for here right now.
Okay, let's do it.
So, I'm going to tell a story.
It's going to be great.
I'm going to pull it up right now.
Yeah.
I saved it on a link so that we can read over it and read over the entire story. Hindustan Times was the publisher. Are you ready?
I'm ready, good sir.
Man accidentally burns thumb while cooking pasta. Has to get both of his legs amputated. Like, how does that work? Well, guess what, kiddo? We're going to find out now. Okay. It's like the headline sounds so stupid. Like,
all right, coming in
the
strong.
person who made this article knew what the fuck they were doing.
I need to know what's the correlation?
Kind of top tier. Okay.
What's the correlation?
Man accidentally burns thumb while cooking pasta. Had to get both of his legs amputated. A man from Colorado had both legs amputated after a camping accident involving a burn from a hot pan. A U.S. man had to get both his legs amputated after he accidentally burning himself on a pan during a camping trip. 40-year-old Max Armstrong was camping with his friends in Colorado in December 2024 when he burned his thumb on a pan while cooking pasta for dinner. He didn't think much of it, but after a few days, his left leg started to swell up. His toenails began turning purple. A week later, he was taken to a hospital. Doctors confirmed that he was infected with the strep A bacteria in his burn, and it had developed into sepsis, which can be life-threatening if not properly treated. Max was placed into an induced coma for 6 days. When he woke up, his feet were completely black, and doctors recommended amputation. Legs turned black. After a 3-hour operation, both his legs were amputated. With a month of recovering in the hospital, he was able to go home, but had to learn how to live in a wheelchair. It was a hunting trip with friends that turned into a bit of a nightmare. I grabbed the skillet wrong with my thumb and touched the hot part. I could feel it burning as it moved to the table, but I didn't want to drop it. I didn't think much of it as we'd gotten burns, scrapes, and cuts from living in the outdoors and being outdoors my whole life. After dinner, I cleaned up the burn, put a bandage on it, and left it.
He didn't want to lose his dinner, bro. He was just like, man, I can't do it.
Max was shocked when he woke up from the induced coma. Initially, when I woke up, I thought my legs were still there, and then I came to realize that they weren't. I fell down my leg and realized that my legs weren't there.
I'm going to say, no, you did not fall down.
I asked the nurse, and she confirmed that I had my legs amputated. She told me that my family was waiting for me and kept on reminding them, which anchored me, he added. Can you imagine?
Yo, can you imagine?
Like, what in the actual fuck? Like, you don't think about this shit. Like, a little burn.
Yo, that's insane. Like, can you imagine going to the hospital? Or, imagine going to the hospital because, man, I got a cut on my arm. Oh, man. You pass out, you wake up a couple days later, and, your fucking dick's gone. Oh, yeah, the cut related to...
It's his legs. It's
the bacteria, I mean, I know, but I'm just saying, like...
That'd be crazy.
You burn your thumb and you lose your legs. there's the correlation,
the correlation of it does not make
there's something
sense.
not really working out. There's something that's not making sense to me.
Oh my goodness.
So
bro.
I guess that he had a bacteria that started off in his thumb that traveled down to his legs, and he fell into a coma.
Sepsis, whatever the fuck that is.
I wonder if there's anything that they could have done to prevent that from happening.
I don't know, because it's like I feel like it might have just been a little too late. Because bro, when you get a cut or like a burn on your thumb, you're not thinking, oh, this is gonna affect me wildly. I'll just be like, I get a cut, and I'm like, oh fuck.
Well,
bandage.
I'm thinking more just like the hospital, because he fell into a coma when he woke. Oh wait, no, when he woke up from the coma, is that when his legs were gone?
No, when he woke up from the coma, he realized that his legs were black. And then they were just like, we don't know how to stop this. You're just gonna have to get your legs amputated.
Like, were they not watching him? Be like, oh no, he's fine.
Well, I'm not sure that if I feel like if it was at the hospital, they would have done what they could have done.
Yeah, I would assume so.
And so, like, I feel like if they already noticed that his legs were turning black, they could have done something, but what they had wasn't enough. So I guess it was just like not much of a cure at that point. Because, bro, I feel like amputation is always like the last resort to everything.
I mean, it's gotta be.
It's like nobody wants to, like, their first option is, I'm going to lose a leg. Like, no, that's not what people are thinking about. They're going to be like, we're going to give you as much bacteria, antibiotics, whatever the fuck we need to give you, as much as we can for something less risky. But if the last option was to get amputated, I feel like the hospital must have done everything they could have done.
You're probably right.
Because that's fucking wild.
Unless they were just trying to make shortcuts and they're just like, cut them off.
We're going to get more money from you.
Yeah. Use those legs.
That's the thing. Like, we don't know. But at the end of the day, I feel like within a hospital's integrity, I think benefit of the doubt, they must have tried everything that they could have done.
I have a question.
What's up?
You probably don't have the answer to this, but those are his legs that he lost.
Those are his legs.
Can he have them back?
Are you just talking about like within like prosthetics or
No, like you cut off my legs. I want my legs wrapped up in a Walmart bag. Give it back to me. I want to have my legs.
I don't think I mean we can make grafts that like are femoral shaft implants. Like,
I want my legs.
you can't.
So you're taking my legs from me.
Bro, they're done. They're black. Like, what are you gonna do,
you're
bro?
You're taking my legs. I understand that.
Want me to like bring them over to the room, wash them off, and give them back? Like,
I don't. Listen. I don't know, but you would think that because this is like something that you own, all right, you own this. At least I would assume that you own it.
I'm sure you can have them back in some type of sadistic way, but I'm sure you can have them back. That's just, why the fuck would you want them?
It's a lot of paperwork, I'm sure.
I'm sure if it's a lot of paperwork, and I'm not sure if the sepsis that affected his legs would also affect. I'm sure they would affect like the tissue and like the bone that's inside of those legs. That would make them like they're just unable to use like for donor purposes. And I don't know. I feel like I'm not too in depth in like the tissue bank game to like know how that works. But usually the donors that we most likely have is like, you know, they'd have to be like good and healthy.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't really thinking that they were cutting off the legs to donate over to someone. I'm sure that they were cutting off the leg and were most likely going to just dispose it. What I'm thinking is, as the rightful owner of the legs, instead of you disposing it, why don't I just have them back?
What would you do with them?
Listen, that's up to me and my creativity and my Etsy shop.
Like the Etsy shop is what? Would you like hang it up on a wall?
Okay, so realistically, if I got my legs amputated, realistically, I probably don't want them. I mean, what am I gonna do with them?
Right.
If anything, maybe would want the skeleton. If you can.
Like, that's fucking weird.
If you can like take all the meat and the skin and the
all
nerves
the tissue
and
out,
and just have the bleached skeleton. I don't know. Maybe I'll make some sort of artistic piece and put it on the wall and give it to some sort of rich person.
Would you like Frankenstein it?
What do you mean by Frankenstein it?
Like, put that bitch back on you.
I think if I'm really bored, I would try it.
Oh my god.
I knew that, like, I would probably know that it wouldn't work, but I think just for fun, I'd be like, yeah, these are my legs. These are my legs.
Oh my
Shake them
goodness.
around a little bit.
That's scary.
It's scary, but listen, there's someone out there who has millions, maybe even billions of dollars, who would buy a piece of artwork if part of the medium was human leg bone. Be pretty expensive if you ask me.
I feel like that's some black market type shit.
It's black market type shit, but also very rich people type shit. Rich people just buy a lot of things that don't make sense because they can.
Right.
Imagine being so bored that you can just imagine being so bored and rich that you just buy something like that for hundreds of thousands of dollars just to say, oh yeah, I got a human leg on my wall.
Yeah, that's like Hannibal Lecter.
Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah, you know Hannibal Lecter? The movie, Silence of the Lambs, cannibals type shit.
No.
Yeah, you don't watch a lot of movies.
I don't think I do. I don't think
I feel
watch
like
a lot
I
of
need to
things.
give you a rundown of like movies to watch that are like top tier movies, cinematic. That I'm actually surprised from a dude who loves videography so much that has not watched a lot of movies. I mean, I know your main thing is always like dance videos and stuff like that, but like, have you ever thought about being in cinema, like filming like a movie or like a series that you direct yourself?
So that's actually kind of funny. I've always wanted to. Okay, I don't really want to put too much of the information out. Maybe I should, because the possibilities of me doing it might be very slim. But I've always wanted to make a short horror film, like an actual horror film. And I have this perfect monster that I want to have. And I actually started talking to people. I was gonna get TJ on it too, but due to some unfortunate circumstances, I decided to not to do the project. So maybe I'll bring it back. Who knows?
It'd be really cool to see a thing directed by James Ekamese, bro. Like that, you know what I'm saying? Because like you already have that cinematic like spark, and that cinematic touch that I feel like you need to watch more movies and get that inspiration.
I would like to watch more movies. I just feel like I don't really spend a lot of time watching things. I'm usually working.
Are you a horror film guy?
I love horror.
I do too.
I
grew up
love
watching horror movies,
bro. And the thing about it is I've seen so many horror movies now to where it's like I kind of know what's gonna happen, and because of that, I'm not too excited about it.
Right.
But when I watch a horror movie that catches me off guard and that actually scares me, I'm like, this is a really good movie.
Right.
And it's really hard to find really good horror movies.
Well, to you, what is that movie? Like one movie that just like you can still think about it till this day and it gives you like chills.
So there are two movies.
Right.
One of them is, it's very eerie, and when I watched it, this was in my adulthood.
Right.
This was the first time I watched a movie, and after the movie, I felt uncomfortable.
Right.
Sorry, my phone is going off. I'm gonna turn off I'm not sure if you guys hear the notifications, but the movie was called Midsummer. Midsummer. If you guys don't know what it is, it's pretty much, I'm not sure if it was Sweden. But let me give you guys a little bit of details on what Midsummer is. I typed in mid and it already popped up. So, Midsummer is a horror mystery. A couple travel to Sweden to visit their friend's rural hometown for its fabled Midsummer Festival. But what begins as I can't say that word. I'm stupid. What begins as a retreat quickly devolves into an increasingly violent and bizarre competition at the hands of a pagan cult. I think that supernatural horror movies are like my favorite.
Yeah.
I just think that they're so freaking scary, man. That's one of them. The other one, it's actually I think it's a Korean movie.
Oh, dude.
It's Korean or Japanese or Chinese.
Any Asian horror movie, you know it's going to be a banger.
Oh, bro.
They're so weird, dude.
They know how to do it. They know how to get under your skin.
Dude, it's oh my gosh. Ugh.
Yeah.
What's the other one?
I don't even remember. The other one, I have to look up the title of it. But I think it's like, I really don't think I'm going to find it.
Right.
I don't really want to spend too much time trying to do it.
No, you're good.
It's it's not The Ritual. I don't remember which one it was.
I think one of the scariest horror movies that I've ever watched, and like people are gonna like, I don't know if you're gonna come at me for saying this, like that's not even that much of a scary movie. Like that shit is scary. Sinister.
I know I've seen that movie before.
Yeah, like it's weird, dude. Do you know this? You know the storyline of Sinister? It's like a family. The dude's a writer. He moves into this house, and then next thing you know, he finds like these tapes, and like it's just of like this. It's like this. It's like it shows videos of like families, and then it shows how they were murdered.
Yes, Sinister. Yes.
Yeah, that shit. I don't know why. Especially like if a horror movie involves a child, then you know there's gonna be some fuck shit.
A lot of horror movies have a child in it, though.
Yeah, it's kind of like, what do you know? Like a classic horror movie that you like old ones.
Classic horror movie. I will say that the first horror movie that truly scarred me. I was gonna say for life, but I've watched it a couple years ago, and I was like, it's not too bad. Was The Ring.
The Ring was wild.
There is this one scene that was etched into my brain, and it was. I remember there was someone who was dead, and I think they were in a closet, and they showed that like clip for a second, and for some reason my brain was like, screenshot. Screenshot, save it. We're gonna remember this forever.
No, for me, it's like when it comes to horror, I don't know. It's like you said, the whole horror movie thing is so like predictable nowadays.
Yeah.
To where it's like when, this was gonna be a jump scare or whatever. I think what did it for me, that I started getting into like the whole, I don't know if it's the Insidious franchise or like. I don't know if that, but they did a weird thing. It's like The Nun.
Oh yeah.
It's like those kind of movies where like people have started doing this trend where you think the jump scare is here, but it's really not until like a few seconds, and then the jump scare comes out when you least expect. They're like, because they try to get you where you're like your heartbeat is like up, right? And they're like, that was really it's like. Those are the kind of jump scares that I like. To where
but
it's
even
like,
those are kind of predictable.
Those are really. See, I'm saying it's like there's something new for me. I love the plot twists in horror movies. I think that's what gets me in horror movies.
Okay.
Where it's like you think you know where the story's going, but then at the end they completely switch the entire story around. You're like, wait, no, that shit makes sense, and it gives you chills. And it was like I never would have expected that, especially with horror movies that can actually happen. I think that's when it gets, because some horror movies are just so unrealistic, like you don't think like, but if it's like a movie that you know that this could actually happen in real life, I think it's not. I don't know if it's a horror movie or like a thriller, but Jasper and I went over to one of our friends' house to watch a movie, and it was The Invisible Man. You ever watch The Invisible Man? Not like the old one, but like the new one.
I don't think I have.
Well, yeah. Well, Invisible Man, basically, it's just a dude who did a procedure on himself, or like he wears a suit that makes him invisible. But then it adds this sense of like paranoia. Like currently, right now, there could be an invisible man in this room that we don't even know. But he doesn't. They don't. The thing is that they don't touch shit. They just like you just feel that something's watching you. And you don't know what it is.
The Invisible Man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch it. It's really good. I think it's more of like a horror, like thriller kind of thing. But then it's just it made you have this idea at the end of it to where it just feels like no matter where you go, you could just be being watched by someone who has like an invisible suit.
How does that work? I need to see that movie.
Yeah, it's really creepy. Crazy plot twist at the end. Really, really great.
I remember the movie too. It was called the two movies that I was talking about.
The Asian movie.
Yeah, Incantation. It's what it's called, and
I think I remember.
It's Taiwanese. I'm racist because I was like, it's like Korean, Chinese, Japanese. I said everything.
Taiwanese.
Yeah, it's actually Taiwanese.
Now
bro,
remember
that movie. You can't watch it in English because I actually watched it twice. I watched it in the language and in English, and in English it wasn't as scary, but in the OG language, bro, that jump was freaky, man. And listen, you guys have to check it out if you really like horror movies. It's really creepy. You will really enjoy it.
Yeah.
When it comes to the whole jump scare thing, jump scares are very predictable, and that's something that I don't like with a lot of horror movies, is when I know that something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But Smile.
I haven't watched Smile yet.
Oh my gosh,
Smile's
bro.
good.
Smile. They had parts where they will scare you, and you won't know that it's coming. Like, for example, like in a lot of horror movies, it'll be like dark, you know.
And then it gets quiet a little bit.
It gets quiet.
Yeah.
Boom. Or
Right.
like there's like a riser, and then it gets quiet, and then boom. In Smile, it's like everything's fine, and then all of a sudden, like, bah! It's like, bro,
I hate those.
it's amazing.
Have you watched the second one?
I haven't.
Oh, okay. There's a second Smile that came out.
I wanted to watch it in the theaters, but
Oh.
I just got so caught up with work and everything.
Right.
Like, so I have to watch that.
Right. We have to get you into more movies, bro. Or like even old movies, like The Truman Show.
I don't even
Jim
know.
Carrey. I love Jim Carrey movies.
Jim Carrey.
Yeah, Jim Carrey is such a funny dude. Like watching Liar Liar. I love watching. I feel like watching movies makes me live in that that main character energy.
Mm.
You know, I've been saying it for like months now. Of
Mhm.
like, I feel like I live my life out like a movie, to where it's like I have to have a soundtrack in like behind me happening. Like just this morning, I was playing the anthem, and while I was like, it was like I had to rush this morning. I had to wash the rest of the dishes. I had to make Jasper breakfast. I had to make sure I showered everything, and then you came, and I was like, okay.
Do you know
good now.
anyone else that has told you that they live their life like that?
Nope. I feel like nobody lives their life out like me, but maybe there is, because that's the kind of mindset that I'm trying to like veer away from. Is that like, I'm not saying I'm not unique. I am very unique. I am my own person, and I think I live my life very interestingly. But I keep like, oh yeah, you know the whole saying of like, oh, nobody knows how I feel.
Mm.
I feel like there's somebody out there that knows exactly what you feel like. There has to be. Perchance. But if there isn't, I guess you're special.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But then, of course, there are times where maybe it's not exactly what it is, but it's the general idea of it. But obviously, no one's going to know exactly like how it feels inside of you, because everyone's different.
Yeah.
It's very different. It's very unique. Whatever. But, you know, it's like very general heartbreak. Everybody knows what heartbreak feels like. But then like there's a specific feeling that you have, and it's just for you.
Yeah.
Like nobody is gonna really tap into that except the person that you are.
You can never know exactly how somebody feels, but you may be able to relate to them.
Relate. Yeah, that's the word. You can relate.
Yeah.
Not know exactly, because I can't just like, but there's so many times where like I've had a discussion with a friend to where I'm not making this sound weird or anything, but it's like you just want to jump into their head.
You made it sound weird.
Yeah. Oh well.
I think when you said, I'm not trying to make it sound weird, that's when it came a little weird.
Like you just want to be in their head. Like you want to know what the fuck is actually going on in there.
Gotta inside out.
Right. Like you want to know what like their feelings and their emotions are, like what their core memory is, or like it's just something that you just want to help them out, to where it's like, I wish I can figure out what the actual reason is, the reason why you're like that. But we'll never know.
I mean, you'll never know unless they tell you, honestly. And even then, sometimes you want to actually know, because then are they telling the truth? And how you didn't know that they're telling the truth?
Right.
You never really know. But
Would you like a mind reading power?
no. If I had a mind reading power, life would be too easy. And if life is too easy, then it's not worth living. Because
that.
if I could read someone's mind and I know exactly what you like and what you don't like and what you want to hear, I'll tell you everything that you want to hear, and then I'll just get everything that I want. But if I can get everything that I want so easily and there's no struggle, then, I mean, ultimately that is the struggle. But like,
Right.
I don't know.
But you like that struggle.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, the whole point of life is to this. All right, this is getting a little deep, but like the whole, if you ask me, the whole point of life isn't to just be happy all the time. Because if you're happy all the time and everything is great, then what's the point?
Yeah.
And that sounds very backwards, but it's like this. If you're like, let's say you have everything that you want.
Yeah.
Okay. Now what? Like, you've done everything, you've eaten everything, you've bought everything, You've experienced all the things that you want to experience.
Right.
I think that life with stress and problems, like it's the problems that make us enjoy life. If you've always had money,
Right.
then like, I mean, having a lot of money, like more money down the line is like, all right, it's whatever. It's just whatever.
Right.
It's money. But being broke all your life and then having money, bro, it's completely different.
You've
because
accomplished.
because of the struggle that you had to go through. So it's like, I wouldn't want to be able to read in people's minds. I think that, I mean, if I was a superhero, like, yeah, sure. Like, if I'm just like an average everyday Joe, nah. I'd rather fly 25 miles per hour, 3 feet in the air. Like, okay.
No, I think that is pretty accurate. I feel like a lot of people need to enjoy the journey a whole lot more and just enjoy that type of struggle.
The reason why you enjoy eating food is because when you're hungry.
Yeah.
Hunger is a struggle.
Yeah. But then when you get done eating it, you're like, fuck, dude.
If you're full all the time, you're not going to want to eat.
Yeah. But that's why I've been like, you gotta eat slow and just enjoy. You know what I'm saying? But after us getting done with that topic, I do wanted to talk about something, and I feel like it'd be very, very interesting for us to talk about. Mm-hmm. I wanted us to go over old trends. Now, I don't have a specific era of trends because trends go on from like, we can have a trend for like a few months, we can have a trend for a few years, a few decades maybe.
Yeah.
But I want to know and try for us to name out like different trends on my side and on your side, and then we can talk about like what type of trends that we kind of like miss or like trends that should never happen again.
Okay, I got you.
So can you name one, or do you want me to start off?
So you guys are gonna hate me for this, especially those who are from this place, but the Harlem Shake. And I'm not talking about like the actual
Did
dance.
you like it?
This is the Harlem Shake. Like, not the Harlem Shake. I mean like the...
Yeah. No, they don't need.
Yeah, bro. I love that trend, and I think that one of the reasons why I love that trend
Do the
is
Harlem Shake.
a lot of like jobs and organizations and schools were doing it. My school did one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was a part of it. And bro, I just thought it was a really fun thing. It's something that's very random.
Yeah.
Oh, what's the refrigerator? It's something that was very random that brought people together, and it's the stupidest thing, but it just brought people together, you know. So it's really dumb. I can't go into more depth with that. It is what it is.
For me, if we're starting off like that, I feel like one of them would be the you remember the mannequin challenge?
Oh yeah,
that was like one of the things in our class. Like, I remember filming one in like health education back in high school, and we were all just doing like the dumbest shit. Like, I forgot what I think someone was giving me CPR, so I actually held my legs up like. it just looked like the stupidest thing.
I think some of the best trends are trends that you do with a lot of people.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
it's like there was that one, and then Gangnam Style. Holy shit. That shit was top tier.
That was a very heavy part of my high school.
What?
Like, yeah, Gangnam Style.
Gangnam Style was big.
Bro, man. What was the...
Hey,
oh my gosh, yeah.
And then what? Oppa Gangnam Style.
That song was a banger.
People slept on it, dude.
That was a banger. Like,
people genuinely slept on that trend.
If you hated the trend, sure, whatever, hate the trend. But that song was actually good.
It was actually really good.
It wasn't stupid like What Does the Fox Say. That was a stupid song.
That was dumb.
It was an actual good song. Like, I think I'm gonna add that song to my playlist. I'm bringing it back. Let's bring back Gangnam Style 2025.
Put that on that bitch.
What's his name? Psy?
Psy. P-S-Y.
Psyduck.
P-S-Y. Yeah.
Psy. Wait, was that Psyduck or was that robot from Power Rangers?
Sword on, no.
What was his name?
Fuck. Alpha.
Alpha?
I think it was Alpha.
I don't know, bro.
Wait, you're talking about the big head dude?
No, I'm talking about that robot.
The robot?
Yeah, there was a big head dude, and then
Yeah,
the
Zordon
robot.
was a big head dude. Robot.
Was Zordon good or evil?
Zordon was good.
He looked kind of evil.
Yeah, Alpha 5.
Alpha.
There are multiple robots. Oh yeah, no. Alpha 5 was the OG robot from Power Rangers. Ay, 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 ay.
Oh my god.
That
But
shit
yeah-
was funny as fuck.
Yeah, man, that's all right. Definitely a time.
You know what's another trend that a lot of people I feel like have missed out, and I feel like I've got the full experience of it, was Musically. I used to be top on Musically, bro. Like I used to be on, and I used to do like the slow motion shits. You know,
You know what? I actually never got on Musically.
dude. I'm glad you didn't.
Why? Because it's gone.
I don't know if it's gone. I think it's still a thing. It's just, it's not popping. It's not TikTok. I don't think anything will ever beat TikTok.
We're about to see. I'm about to go on to the Apple Store or the App Store and see if Musically is still
Do
there.
you think Vine is bigger than TikTok, or TikTok is bigger than Vine?
TikTok is absolutely 100%, 1000% bigger than Vine. Music. Yeah, that joint is gone, bro.
Yeah, Musically not a thing, bro.
What was Musically like?
I don't even know how to explain it. It's just people making,
Is
like,
it-
do you remember this song? It was like a big one on Musically.
was for Musically, was everything always dubbed with music?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, everything was oh, yeah. Addicted to My Ex. This was a big song on Musically, and this shit was funny as fuck.
I don't think I've ever heard that song before.
What?
No.
I flex on my ex every time that she texts on. I'm like, hold up, yeah.
Nah.
Another song.
I
Damn.
missed that era. That
Or-
was not for me.
Or that trend where it was like, first let me hop out the motherfucker for it.
I'm running in.
That's so shit like a horse. I be falling on it, man.
Oh yeah, okay, I was there for that. Oh man.
Oh.
What's up?
No, that was that one. It was another dance trend.
Oh bro, there were so many, but that was fine though, right?
I think that was first let me hop. Yeah.
There were a lot of dance trends. I can't even begin to tell you.
Da, ga, ga, da, da, da. Oh, hit the Quan.
Oh, hit your Quan. I never really liked that one.
Really?
I wasn't about it.
I don't like the. Which one? I don't like the Whippin' Nay Nay song.
Like Kanye West.
Yeah.
I mean, listen.
Whether
Whether you liked it or not, the song was everywhere.
Dude, I didn't like it for one bit. Do you know what trend I do miss though? The happy trend from Pharrell Williams. Where like when he first posted up the song and then everyone started making the happy song.
Was it
Or
like
not everyone did make a happy song, but a happy video. And it was like around the world type shit. Like Japan was making one.
was there like a dance associated with it?
Yeah, I don't think it was much of a dance. People were just being happy.
Oh, okay.
And it was like it made news and shit like that.
Pharrell's happy song made people happy. Thanks you, Jim.
No shit.
That was on fire.
What like other than stuff that we saw from back then, what clothes trends do you remember?
Clothing.
Yeah.
Well, if I'm thinking about clothing, I'm probably gonna go back to like high school or something.
When were you in high school?
I was in high school for
What year did you start high school?
I think 2009.
2009.
Yeah.
Damn, boy.
Okay.
Damn.
So, high school trends. Well, for me, I know that a lot of people wore a lot of skinny jeans.
Graphic tees, low rise jeans.
You wore a lot of skinny jeans, man. A lot of skinny jeans. Some people would have like the black and white belt. A lot of Hot Topic, a lot of Spencer's.
Bro, let's bring back the fucking cardigans, bro.
Cardigans.
You ever remember wearing a cardigan ever? I love
school?
cardigans. You know who made a cardigans look cool?
To
One
school?
Direction. Hell yeah, I wore a cardigan in school.
Have I wore a cardigan to school? I must have.
I wore a cardigan over a polo, like a regular button-up polo. And everyone was just like, who are you trying to be? Like that One Direction dude? And I was like, fuck yeah, dude. If that dude can get bitches, I can get bitches with this thing.
Gotta put on my bitches cardigan.
my bitch card. Velvet tracksuits. You ever own a tracksuit?
No.
Really?
A velvet tracksuit? Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I've owned a tracksuit before, but not
But
a
not
velvet,
velvet.
one. No, hell no. I don't like how velvet feels.
Cardigan. Yep, cardigans are a big thing.
Let's see. I know that for some reason, a lot of people, I'm not sure if it was just me, but a lot of people liked, what are those called? Are they tapers? They're like gauges, but they're not gauges. They're like the long ones. What are those called?
Yeah, no.
I don't know what those are called.
I had an ex that got into gauges, and I was just like, yeah, this chick is about to be my ex.
I'm not a huge fan of gauges, just because I heard that they smell bad.
Yeah.
And also, like, the whole hole thing, it's a little gross.
Yeah,
I
to me.
don't think my finger should be able to go through your eardrum. My eardrum is too small, so I can't even have gauges if I wanted to.
What trend do you think we can like bring back from here and bring it to the past? What do you think people would just? What trend do you think people would just be like, what the fuck?
All of them. Nobody in the past would understand today's trends. Can you imagine going back in the past and being like, skibbity riz? They'll probably have you go to an insane asylum. You'll get arrested.
I feel like that too.
Now, I will say one of my favorite trends ever that brought everyone together, literally brought so many people together, was Pokemon Go.
Pokemon Go was lit.
I think Pokemon Go was definitely ahead of its time. And if you guys weren't there during Pokemon Go, I'm so sorry. You guys really, truly missed out. People were just like interacting with strangers, walking around, finding Pokemon, battling each other in gyms. Like, we legit almost kind of brought Pokemon to real life.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that if we were to do like a better version of Pokemon Go, maybe that shit would do well, maybe it wouldn't. But
Yeah, until it got to the point to where like people started to like jailbreak their iPhone. Do you remember that?
no, what would happen?
I mean, when you jailbreak your iPhone, you can basically get like cheats for Pokemon Go, and
Oh,
so where
that's
it's like
stupid.
some people wouldn't even like. You don't even have to leave your house for Pokemon Go. You can just have like this cursor, and you can walk your character over to this one spot where that rare Pokemon is at. Whatever.
How do you feel about cheats in video games?
I think they're stupid. I think if you're just not good at the game, like you're just not good at the game.
Yeah,
Accept that, bro.
yeah.
Like there's so many running into like Call of Duty cheaters are like the most annoying thing ever. And it's like there are people who actually put in countless hours to like get better at this game, but it always gets ruined because of a cheater.
I don't understand how you can enjoy the game.
You can't. You really can't, because it's like if you're already killing everyone and you're winning all the time, like why does that matter?
I
Like,
think
what
it's
do
an
you learn?
ego thing. You just want to be a winner.
You just want to be a winner. And it's like, it's so annoying because, you know, people on freaking Call of Duty, they'll have like aimbot, they'll have like whatever, and they'll have aimbot, wall hacks. And it's just like the most annoying thing because it's like, I know for a fact I should have killed you first.
Yeah.
And it just makes the game like so, like you just don't want to play it anymore. And I don't like that, because if you're making someone lose the joy of playing that game, it's horrible.
Yeah, it's very small PP energy. If you're cheating, bro.
Small PP energy. What would a cheater do in like League of Legends?
I don't really know how you can cheat in League of Legends. Like, if there is a cheat, I don't know if there are cheats in League of Legends. I'm sure that maybe someone has developed some sort of script to run for League of Legends, but I don't really know how. Never cheated.
That's good. Wait, hold on. Cheats in League of Legends.
I think the only time that it's okay to use cheats is when you are playing Grand Theft Auto and you just want all the cheats so then you can have all the guns then you can just go on a rampage. Besides that, I don't think that you should have cheats. I think cheats are stupid, and I think that you're just taking away your own joy from the video game and you're just stroking yourself.
Yeah, apparently people do have cheats for League of Legends. Apparently that's a thing. I just don't see the joy in cheating in video games, because you're just like, if you don't want to put in the work, buddy, go play a different game.
I think Elon Musk was actually top in one game, and then we recently just found out that he was cheating.
Elon Musk was cheating in a video game?
Yeah. Hold on. Elon Musk video game. He was cheating in something.
Nah.
Yeah. So Elon Musk ended up being the top player in Diablo.
Oh, that's just Diablo. Nobody give a fuck about Diablo.
Was it Diablo? And then it turns out that, like, yeah, he was cheating. Which is insane because, like, if Elon Musk, this guy who has billions of dollars, owns Tesla and all this other stuff.
Oh my gosh.
And he's cheating on a video game, that's
pathetic.
That's very sad, man.
I do want to stay on this topic of Elon Musk, though, because since we're on the topic of Elon Musk and we're over here talking about X and Twitter and whatever,
Okay.
like, what's this thing that you wanted to mention to me about Kanye? Like, what's been going on?
Okay.
Like,
listen.
let me know about, like, these tweets that have been going out by Kanye. Because, like, the thing is, it's like, I do love Kanye.
Mm.
It's just, I liked him before the whole weird thing.
Listen, guys. We may have to expedite this episode so then you guys can see, so then you guys can, be on top of what we're talking about. But pretty much, I went on. All right, look, even Elon Musk retweeted this. Disaster after Kanye West X account hacked by Kanye West. And then Elon was like, this is kind of true. So here's the thing. I'm going to show you. I'm going to go on Kanye West's X account.
Yeah.
And for some reason, he just has a huge... Oh, did he delete them? Oh, what? He deleted them.
No.
Good thing I took screenshots.
That's what I was saying.
Sorry, look.
I didn't want to lose this. I wanted to know what was going on.
I'm going to pull up these screenshots and you're going to be like, what the fuck? All right.
Dude, I have massive thunder thighs. Hold on. How y'all doing?
All right, look at this. All right. So I'm just going to list off a couple of things that our boy Yee, aka Yeezy, has said on Twitter. And I can say this, okay? All these celebrity niggas and bitches is pussy. Y'all watch our brother rot and never say shit. That's one tweet. And these are all like back to back to back. I tore for the money. I'd rather be playing Last of Us Part 1 and 2, which was made by Jewish people. Good job. Thank you. Moving on. I turned down 3 photos this week with a Make-A-Wish kid in wheelchairs. And these are legit. Look, I have a whole list of them. There's
Dude,
more.
you gotta be a fucking savage.
I don't take photos except for when I take photos. Like, what the hell is going on with Kanye, bro? Kanye has lost his...
I'm Mr. Old Kanye.
I just tweeted everything I could think, and I'm still alive. Never meet your heroes. And I have pages, bro. I can keep going. The only thing worse than fucking for money, fucking for free. And then the next tweet was fucking Virgil. I don't understand.
What?
Right there.
He said fuck Virgil?
Yeah.
Like Virgil out?
I don't know, bro. This nigga that worked for me said he was uncomfortable with my wife's Grammy look.
Her Grammy look.
Yeah, fired and blocked. It's more people looking for work than they are people giving work. Like, bro, what are you saying, man?
I don't get what's going on with Kanye, bro. Like,
okay, listen, this one's crazy, all right? Don't take this out of context. This is Kanye West saying this, okay? Kanye West said, I love Hitler. Now what, bitches? Kanye West.
Kanye needs to go to, like,
and so
therapy.
Listen, like, there are pages. We can go on and on and on about this, but, like...
They can afford therapy, you know?
No, he can afford therapy for everybody in America. Now, here's the thing. Kanye was seen as such a icon back in the day, especially, in my time, it was during high school,
Yeah, for sure.
Now, Kanye nowadays has turned into an insane, crazy man.
He's like, a fucking meme.
And I don't even... I really, truly want to know what's going inside of Kanye's head. Because I feel like every single time we, like, forgive Kanye, he does some crazy shit.
Does some crazy shit again.
And, like, how are we supposed to forgive Kanye for saying all this stuff?
Like, remember when Kanye ran for president?
Oh, he tried. He definitely tried to do that. Listen, there's no way that he would have won. If Kanye ran for, can you imagine Kanye being the president of the United States of America?
We'd be at war.
We wouldn't even be United States of America. He would probably change the country name to like
United States of Yeezy.
Yeah, United Yeezy.
In Kanye we trust.
Bro, Kanye. It's so bad. I watched the Emmys. Now I didn't see this part of the Emmy, but I saw videos and pictures. But supposedly when Kanye and his wife pulled up, you know how like when celebrities pull up to the Emmys and they all take photos and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that you probably know, but like Kanye showed up wearing all black with sunglasses, looking like.
And then his wife, like his girlfriend, was like basically naked.
Yeah, wife basically naked. Like legit naked. And I'm not sure if they got kicked out or if they just left after that, but they didn't stay.
I think they kicked them out. Like,
what were you trying to? And I just kind of feel bad for the wife. Actually, I don't feel bad for the wife at all, because you got yourself into what you wanted to do. But putting your wife in such a situation where it's live TV, there paparazzi everywhere, you're going to be on the news. Like, did you do this just so then people can talk about you? Did you do it because maybe you're just clinically insane?
I feel like everything that he does is a publicity stunt. It's like there's like, from the words of Wolf of Wall Street, bro, like Jordan Belfort's wife in that movie, she was just like, there's no such thing as bad publicity. There's no such thing as bad publicity. You got the publicity and now it's out. And so everything that you do is being put out. And they know what you're doing, and they're going to talk about it. That's just more heads that are talking about it. No matter which way it goes. It can be a really good thing. It could be a really bad thing. You went viral.
But they're talking about it. And that's very true. We're talking about Kanye right now.
We're talking about, and it works. You know what I'm saying?
I would have never said anything about Kanye until I saw this.
So whatever he's like doing, everything is a publicity stunt. And like the more you feed into it, the more you're like curious, like, you want to talk about it. Either way, people are talking about it. You know what I'm saying? So it works. He's wild. He's insane. I think he's mentally insane, but he's getting a buck out of it. I'll tell you what.
Do you think Kanye West and Elon Musk are friends?
They have to be. They have to be. I feel like Elon Musk like smokes. Doesn't he like smoke with Snoop Dogg?
I don't know, but they're both kind of weird people.
They are weird. Like, he named his son after a freaking, I don't know what the fuck.
And Elon do be retweeting Ye. Is it Ye or Ye?
It's Ye.
Oh my god.
It's Ye. Kanye.
Call me Ye. Yay.
You're Ye. You're Ye.
Kanye West. His name is Ye. We call him Ye. I wish we still had Yeezys. I like Yeezys. They were good. A lot of my black friends had Yeezys. I have a lot of black friends. Huh?
Did you like Yeezys? Like when they first came out?
So that's actually very funny that you asked me that. I'm not a shoehead guy at all. And I've never probably will be. Shoes or whatever. You've bought me shoes. I'll appreciate them. But I won't appreciate them as much as you making me food. The first time that I ever bought a pair of shoes that I actually really, really wanted were a pair of Yeezys. And they were the
black?
No, they were the zebra ones.
Oh yeah. Zebra ones are tough.
And I still have them today. And I'll never forget, I went on Grailed, and I think that was the first time I used Grailed, and I got it through like an auction or whatever, and I got it, and when I had the Yeezys in my hand, I don't know, man. There was something about it that was so like, oh my gosh, I wanted these so bad, and I still wear them today.
Right.
So,
such a hype beast thing. Do you remember that word?
Hype beast.
A lot of people are just like hype beasts. Like,
I fucking hate hype beasts.
Like the way that they talk and the way that they dress, they just wear like it doesn't even match. They just slapped it on.
Hate is a strong word, by the way. I take that back. I don't hate hype beasts. I take that back. That was harsh. My bad.
Because you're low-key a hype beast.
Huh?
I feel like you're low-key a hype beast.
I'm not a hype beast at all.
I feel like you are sometimes.
What makes me a hype beast?
How much Supreme stuff do you have?
Does owning Supreme make me a hype beast?
No, it's just the way that you buy it a lot.
Well, I don't. I used to buy it a lot.
Oh, okay.
So here's the thing. My battery's gonna die soon, but I started buying Supreme. All right, I'm gonna tell the story on how I got Supreme. But first, I'm gonna change.
You
the
told
battery.
us this story.
Have I?
You have.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna sit my ass back down. So pretty much,
Ty got you into it.
Yeah. So I started getting Supreme just because I was reselling it for money. Until I eventually just started to keep some of the things.
Yeah.
I think I have a good amount of Supreme stuff, but I would never call myself a hype beast.
You don't think
ever.
you are?
Absolutely fucking not. I like Supreme, but that does not make me a hype beast.
You don't. You just don't like it. What don't you like about them?
Well, I think that hype beasts they're too materialistic. You know, they think that they're cool because of the expensive clothing that they have.
Yeah.
You know, all because you have hype beast. I mean, you have what is it? I'm trying to think of all the hype beast brands. You have Bape. You have Off-White. Of course,
Billionaire
Supreme.
Boys Club. Billionaire Boys Club.
Yeah, you know, there are a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say I'm not a hype beast is because I don't go about every day only wearing hype beast shit. You know, like I wear a lot of Supreme, but that's just because I have a lot of Supreme and I like Supreme. Have I bought Supreme recently? No, because Supreme is low-key kind of whack and dead now because they sold out. Supreme is a sellout. Because of that, don't really like Supreme that much anymore.
Yeah.
The only time I will buy Supreme though is if they drop a box logo.
Yeah, the box logo Supremes are like top tier. Like the OG just black hoodie with like the red Supreme box. I feel like I've at least, if there's one Supreme merch that I would want, it's that hoodie.
I'm gonna ask you a question.
What?
If you bought a hoodie for $160, and you were able to sell it for $600, would you get it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go.
That's what I would do.
There you go.
If I could resell it, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's exactly how it started for me.
My boys, I could just make it bank reselling shit.
That was a side hustle. But,
so would you have done that with your Yeezys?
No. The Yeezys I bought purely just for myself. I actually just wanted them. And it's the only pair of Yeezys that I own. It's the only pair of Yeezys that I purchased. I have another pair that was given to me. Yeah. I don't
and
buy
you knew
shit
they
like
were
that.
real.
Yeah. They were authenticated.
Yes. Like StockX.
Yes, exactly.
Very, very nice, very nice. Well, we are here.
I enjoyed this episode.
I really did too.
Yeah.
Did talk about a whole lot of stuff.
We talked about a lot of things, and I don't even remember what we talked about.
Low key, and that's how you get lost in the pod.
Lost in the sauce.
Lost in the sauce, lost
Yes,
in the
sir.
pod sauce. You know what I'm saying? But I'll let you do the outro.
All right. No, I'm not gonna do that.
Dude, this is like second time in a row.
We did it last time.
Second time in a row.
All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode of the Why Not Podcast. Make sure that you like. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna try to
Make sure you like.
Yeah, make sure you like. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining us during this episode of the podcast. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Check us out on TikTok, Instagram. Check out our Spotify. Please give the Spotify some love. YouTube for sure if you want to see our beautiful faces. And yeah, we're really glad that you guys are here, and we really hope to engage with more of you guys. And please engage with us, please. A lot of you guys are not engaging with us, and I don't appreciate that. So please do that. With that being said, you ready to you're out?
Yeah.
You're tweaking, my boy.
Yeah, video of speed tweaking in front of the.
Listen, we're gonna have to talk about speed in another episode. All right, you ready?
Yes, sir. Hit
All
it.
right, ready? And 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Damn, everybody. Yo, dab me up real fast. Dab me up.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, dab me up.
Do you feel it? Dude,
Not bad.
we brethren in Christ.
Good night, y'all.